you, Councillor Cockrell. Councillor Harwood, you have a question. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Cromwell Green is a small village green that is mainly surrounded by bungalows and low-rise cottages. Over the years, this location has benefited from consistent and robust planning decisions that have preserved its scale and its character. In this vein, a recent planning application for a chalet bungalow was refused as its ridge height modestly exceeded that of its surrounding bungalows. A correct decision in my view, as it prompted an excellent resubmission which complied fully with its surroundings in terms of design and scale and sits beautifully. However, a more recent approval a few doors away will replace the Bell Public House, also a bungalow, with a 3-storey development that dwarfs its surroundings. I have been asked why this large and dominant development was granted when this modest chalet bungalow was refused. A question that I find impossible to answer. Could somebody help me, please?
Thank you. Councillor Oliver, as in your capacity as chair of the planning committee, I believe you're going to respond.
Oh, thank you, Chairman. Yeah, I'll answer the question for Councillor Harwood. Well, thank you first for your question, Councillor Harwood, although I'm a little bemused you're asking it as you attended the relevant planning meeting, spoke in objection, and as a planning agent, I would suggest have some knowledge of planning regulations. So as you'll understand, each planning application is considered on its individual merits. The reasons for approval were set out in the report to Planning Committee. There was a committee site visit the day before the committee actually sat, and you would have heard firsthand the lengthy committee debate, given that you also spoke for the Town Council against the application. Councillor Harwood is still in any doubt why the application was approved. I suggest he should revisit the committee debate by watching it on the YouTube video.
Thank you, Councillor Oliver. Councillor Harwood, do you have a supplementary question?
Thank you, Chair. There is a difficulty. I've been approached by a resident so far who had a planning application refused fairly recently, and he's now considering resubmitting and citing this precedent. I think I perceive that there's an erosion of credibility and trust in the overall planning process. Obviously, this is a sort of public and uninformed perception, but nevertheless, it's a perception. And as planning is the most sensitive interface we've got with the public, I'm rather concerned about this. Are you?
Yeah, I'm quite happy to respond to that. Planning, as you know, is a statutory obligation on this council. I am absolutely confident we have robust procedures and processes to go through each application, but each application has to be weighed up on its merits. You cite precedent. I don't think precedent will apply in this case. There is a big difference between looking at a bungalow in a street of bungalows and a signature building on the corner of the green, and that was what was debated in the planning committee. So if your resident wishes to resubmit the same planning application, I would suspect it would get the same response from our planning officers, and I would suggest that you talk to him or talk to the planning officers in respect of what it would be acceptable for that application.
Thank you, Councillor.